The following dream is a dream that I had back when I was around 4 to 5 years old. I can still remember it to this day, despite the fact that it's been a little over 30 years. This dream happened right around the time my little brother Dallas was a baby. The only thing I remember in my dream is that I was in a dark, empty house. The only beacon of light that could be seen was the moonlight from the backyard. And then an alternate light coming from the basement. The basement light, however, was not as illuminating or as happy as the moonlight was. Instead, it was glowing from what appeared to be fire and flames. And I could hear the sounds of people screaming and being tortured. And something like a guttural animal growl was going on. In spite of all this, I decided to go down. The basement was bright and orange, and it looked like it was burning, but I decided to go down anyways, in spite of the fact that there was a lot of screaming and crying and sounds of people being tortured. It was quite obvious that in this dream, I was in hell. For some reason, my brain skipped something in the dream, and the only thing I remember is now I am stuck alone in this big dark basement. And I remember seeing my little brother Dallas inside of his cradle, inside of his little, what are they called, the baby crib things. He was sleeping inside of his crib. And for some reason, it seemed like there was like a dull spotlight shining just right above him while he slept peacefully, when suddenly out in the darkness came this gigantic monster, this not so humanoid looking creature. I couldn't really see him at all. I could just see his silhouette. But this monster he didn't have like the traditional dark red eyes like most monsters that you see, but he had like, kind of like an off-white color to his eyeballs. And then I remember him picking my brother up with his claw clutches, and he picked my brother up and he just simply bit his head off. And he just sat there and he growled and he gutturally just gurgled and enjoyed eating my brother's head. That traumatized me so fucking badly, and I could just see Dallas's lifeless body dangling in his hands as the monster just sat there and ate my baby brother right in front of me. It was traumatic. And I remember waking up, fighting my mom in the living room, and I was just crying and crying and crying. And she assured me that Dallas was okay.